You got good news yesterday, and your first thought wasn't excitement, it was, how long until this falls apart? Someone complimented you, and instead of feeling good, you felt suspicious, like they were seeing a version of you that isn't real. Like the moment they figure out the truth, they'll take it back. Or maybe things have been going well lately. Not perfect, just fine, stable. And instead of relaxing into it, you're holding your breath, waiting for proof that this was temporary, that good things don't happen to you. Not really, not for long. I think that's what no one talks about. Not the fear of being sad, but the fear of being happy. The fear that if you let yourself feel good, you're setting yourself up for something worse. I read a comment a few weeks ago that just said, I don't let myself get excited anymore because I'm tired of being disappointed. And I sat there staring at that for a while. Because yeah, that's exactly it. We've learned that happiness is dangerous, that it's a setup, that the higher you climb, the harder you fall. So we stay low, we stay in the middle. Never too happy, never too sad, just safe. But that's not safety. That's a different kind of prison. I think the reason we're afraid of being happy is because we've convinced ourselves that happiness makes us vulnerable. Like if we let ourselves feel good, we're lowering our guard. We're giving life permission to hurt us. And we can't afford that. Not again. So we brace, we prepare. We tell ourselves, don't get too comfortable. Don't get attached. Don't believe this will last. And maybe that started as protection. Maybe it started as a way to survive disappointment. But somewhere along the way, it stopped being protection and started being punishment. Because now we don't just avoid the crash, we avoid the good parts too. I had this moment a few months ago. I was sitting outside, just existing, and I realized I felt okay. Not amazing, not ecstatic, just okay. And my immediate reaction was panic, like I'd done something wrong, like feeling okay was a mistake I'd have to pay for later. And I caught myself thinking, I shouldn't feel this good. Something bad is coming. Not because anything bad was happening, not because there was any evidence, just because I'd trained myself to believe that good feelings don't last, that they're always followed by something worse, that the universe keeps score. And if I feel too good now, I'll have to feel worse later to balance it out. And I realized I've been punishing myself preemptively. I've been ruining good moments before life even gets the chance to. I think that's what we do. We self-sabotage, not always in obvious ways, not by blowing up our lives or making terrible decisions, but in small, quiet ways. We downplay good news, we dismiss compliments, we find reasons why this moment doesn't count, why it's not real, why it won't last, because if we don't let ourselves believe it's real, we can't be disappointed when it ends. But here's the thing, we're still disappointed. We're just disappointed before anything even happens. We're living in the crash before the crash even comes. There was this time, maybe a year ago, where something genuinely good happened. I don't even remember what it was now, but I remember telling a friend about it, and they got excited, really excited, and I couldn't match their energy. I couldn't let myself feel it. And they noticed, and then they said, "You don't seem happy about this." And I said, "I am. I don't want to jinx it." And they looked at me and said, "You know, that's not a real thing, right? You're not going to lose it just because you let yourself enjoy it." And logically, I knew that. But emotionally, I didn't believe it. Because my whole life, good things have felt temporary, and bad things have felt permanent. And I've learned to expect the permanent thing. I think the fear of being happy comes from this belief that we don't deserve it, that good things are for other people, that if something good happens to us, it's a fluke, a mistake, something that will be corrected eventually, and so we hold it at arm's length. We don't let it in, we don't let ourselves feel it fully. Because if we do, and it gets taken away, we'll have proof that we were right all along, that we're not the kind of person good things happen to. But that's not true. That's just a story we've been telling ourselves. A story we've believed for so long that it feels like fact. And I wonder if part of the reason we do this is because we've been disappointed before. Really disappointed. The kind that changes you. The kind that makes you realize you're not immune to pain. That the world doesn't owe you anything. That good things can be taken away without warning. Maybe it was something big. A relationship that ended. A dream that died. A person who left. Or maybe it was 100 small things. 100 moments where you let yourself hope and then watched it crumble. And after enough of those moments, you stop hoping. Not because you want to, but because it's safer. Because if you don't hope, you can't be let down. Except you're still let down. You're just let down by your own refusal to feel anything. I think about this a lot. About how we spend so much energy protecting ourselves from hypothetical pain that we forget we're causing real pain right now. To ourselves, by refusing to be present, by refusing to let good things be good. Like, imagine if every time something nice happened, you just let yourself enjoy it. No disclaimers, no yeah, but no waiting for it to end, just enjoyment. That sounds fake, right? Like toxic positivity, like pretending everything is fine when it's not. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying pretend bad things don't exist. I'm not saying ignore your problems or act like life is perfect. I'm just saying, what if you stop punishing yourself for the crime of feeling okay? Because that's what this is. Punishment. You're punishing yourself for having a good day, for getting a compliment, for things going right. And the punishment is you don't get to enjoy it. You have to sit there and worry about when it's going to end. You have to prepare for disaster. You have to make sure you're not caught off guard when everything inevitably falls apart. But here's the thing I keep coming back to. Even if it does fall apart, even if the bad thing happens, you didn't gain anything by spending the good moment worrying about it. You just lost twice. Once when you refused to feel the good thing, and again when the bad thing actually happened. There was another moment, more recent. I was having a conversation with someone, and it was going well, like genuinely well. We were laughing, it felt easy, natural. And then out of nowhere, I felt this wave of dread, not because anything had gone wrong, but because I realized I was enjoying myself. And that scared me, because enjoyment means attachment, and attachment means vulnerability, and vulnerability means the potential for loss. So my brain tried to protect me. It said, pull back, don't get too comfortable. Remember, this could end at any moment. Don't let yourself care too much. And I almost listened. I almost pulled back, almost started the process of detaching before I could get hurt. But I caught myself, and I asked, what am I actually protecting myself from? From feeling good, from connection, from being human? Because if that's what I'm protecting myself from, then what's the point? I think we've confused protection with isolation. We think that if we don't let anyone in, if we don't let ourselves feel too much, if we keep our expectations low and our guard up, we'll be safe. But we're not safe. We're just alone. And loneliness is its own kind of pain. The kind that doesn't come from something being taken away. The kind that comes from never letting yourself have it in the first place. Here's what I've started trying to understand. Being happy doesn't make bad things happen. It doesn't invite disaster. It doesn't mean you're naive or careless or setting yourself up for failure. It just means you're letting yourself be human. And humans are allowed to feel good. Even if it doesn't last forever. Even if it ends. Even if something bad happens later. Because the bad thing is going to happen whether you enjoyed the good moment or not. The crash is going to come whether you braced for it or not. So why spend the good moment preparing for the bad one? Why waste the only time you actually feel okay worrying about when you'll stop feeling okay? And I know this is hard. I know it feels impossible. because you've spent years, maybe your whole life, learning to brace for impact, learning to expect the worst, learning that hope is dangerous and happiness is temporary and good things don't happen to people like you. But what if that's not true? What if you've just been telling yourself that for so long that it became true? What if the reason good things feel temporary is because you never let them feel real in the first place? I'm not saying this is easy. I'm not saying you can just flip a switch and suddenly trust happiness. I'm not saying you won't still feel that panic when things go well, that voice that says, this won't last, don't get comfortable. But maybe you can just notice it. Notice when you're doing it. Notice when you're ruining a good moment because you're scared of a bad one that hasn't even happened yet. And maybe, just for a second, you let yourself sit in the good feeling, without analyzing it, without questioning it, without preparing for it to end. Just for a second, you let it be real. I started doing this thing recently. It's small, and it feels uncomfortable. But when something good happens, when I catch myself about to downplay it or dismiss it or brace for the crash, I stop and I say out loud just to myself, this is good. And that's okay. Not this is good, but not this is good, so it probably won't last. Just this is good, and that's okay. I don't have to believe it's permanent. I don't have to trust that nothing bad will ever happen again. I just have to let it be good right now, for this moment, without making it mean anything more than that. And sometimes it works. Sometimes I can sit in a good moment for 5 whole minutes without my brain trying to ruin it, without the voice whispering that I'm setting myself up for disappointment, without the need to prepare for the end. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes the fear is too loud. Sometimes I can't stop myself from bracing, from pulling back, from protecting myself from something that hasn't even happened yet. But I'm trying. And that's more than I was doing before. Before, I just accepted it. I accepted that I was the kind of person who couldn't be happy, who couldn't trust good things, who had to stay vigilant and guarded and ready for everything to fall apart. But I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to spend the rest of my life waiting for disaster. I don't want every good moment to be tainted by the fear of it ending. Because here's what I'm learning. You can't protect yourself from pain by refusing to feel joy. You can't make the bad things hurt less by never letting the good things feel good. That's not balance, that's just staying numb. And maybe you've been numb for so long that it feels normal. Maybe you've convinced yourself that this is just who you are, that you're realistic, that you're protecting yourself, that you're being smart by not getting your hopes up. But you're not protecting yourself. You're just making sure you never feel anything at all. And what kind of life is that? A life where you're so afraid of being disappointed that you never let yourself be excited. A life where you're so afraid of loss that you never let yourself have anything worth losing. I think about the people who seem genuinely happy, not fake happy, not everything is perfect happy, just content, present, able to enjoy things without constantly waiting for them to end. And I used to think they were naive. I used to think they just hadn't been hurt enough yet, that they didn't understand how fragile everything is, how quickly it can all fall apart. But now I think maybe they do understand. Maybe they've been hurt just as much as anyone else. Maybe they've lost just as much. Maybe they know exactly how temporary everything is. They just decided that temporary doesn't mean worthless, that something can be fleeting and still matter, that you can enjoy something even if you know it won't last forever. And maybe that's the difference. Not that they're naive, but that they're brave. Brave enough to let themselves feel good even when they know it could end. Brave enough to be present even when the future is uncertain. Brave enough to stop punishing themselves for being human. I don't know if I'm there yet. I don't know if I'll ever fully trust happiness. I don't know if that voice will ever completely go away. The one that whispers, don't get comfortable. Don't let your guard down. Something bad is coming. But I'm trying to not listen to it as much. I'm trying to let good moments be good. I'm trying to stop bracing for impact every time something nice happens. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of living like everything is about to end. I'm tired of treating every good day like it's a fluke. I'm tired of holding happiness at arm's length like it's something dangerous. You don't have to be afraid of being happy. You don't have to keep score with the universe. You don't have to earn good moments or justify them or prove you deserve them. You can just let them happen. You can just let yourself feel them, even if they don't last. Even if something bad comes later. Even if you're scared, because you've been scared for so long and it hasn't kept the bad things away. It's just kept the good things out. So maybe tonight, just for a second, you let yourself feel okay. You let yourself sit in whatever small good thing happened today. You don't brace for it to end. You don't prepare for the crash. You just let it be. Just for a second, you let yourself be happy. Without punishment, without fear, without the voice telling you it's a mistake. Maybe that's enough for now. Maybe learning to trust one good moment at a time is how you start. Maybe you don't have to believe that everything will be okay forever. Maybe you just have to believe that right now, in this moment, things are okay. I believe in you. Now believe in yourself.